Welcome to the show. Oh yeah. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Okay. Everybody, it's time for the show. 2 count, we about that glow. Best in the Midwest, and we up next. Go and ring the bell, rest, cause here we go. Comedy meets wrestling. Yeah, we doing our own thing. Squared circle and a microphone. 2 count on everything. Can you smell what we're cooking now? Other shows, they ain't got that style profile. And while we strut on raise with 2 fingers up, JR, Big Ace, Tommy 2, they something else. This show be dynamite, next level, top shelf. I'm like, welcome to the show. 2 count. Welcome to the show.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Get in there, Tom. Get in there, Thomas.
What up, gents?
How you doing, buddy? It's a happy Tuesday for us. We're happy to see all of you joining us this evening. Thanks to all of you that came out to that Convergence show. We're going to talk about what a night that was, and it was really very, very special for many, many reasons. But for those of you that did come to that show, in West Des Moines, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And it was, like I said in our title, who's emotional? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys, I get a little teary in a couple spots. So
I'll admit, I was trying to do commentary, and as soon as Leo Santel came through the curtain, and he was weepy-eyed, I'm like,
yeah,
son of a gun. And I couldn't
You're
stop
lucky
it.
for you guys, you didn't have to be in the fucking dead center of the crowd while that's going on, trying not to fucking cry like a baby. Jesus Christ. That's the hardest fucking thing I've had to do as
real emotion.
Yeah.
They do, but it's also hard to bounce back into what I need to be doing.
But it didn't sound like you had a wavering voice or anything.
It's because I didn't fucking break down. Like I fought it. Like I had tears in my eyes, but I held it together.
That's what's called being a professional, dude.
Yeah, how dare you show us up, you fuck.
Oh, dude, if I would have started crying, dude, I would have been like, all right, here's your next match. Shit, for some title.
It's for
I don't know. We got like 8 of them
championship
tonight. Just fucking fight. Ring the bell. Like it would have been horrible because I wouldn't have been able to. I wouldn't have been. It'd be a hard bounce back because I'm a gross liar too. Like yeah. Anyways, okay. I mean, share shit for the show, but you guys are talking about it. We do have some special guests. We're going to talk about Bridge City Slam, everybody, tonight. We are also going to talk about, we're going to start off with what we were at this weekend, too. We got some guests coming through. Jarrett Thumb, CEW Champ's going to be joining us first. On the deck after that, Team 319 will be coming through tonight as well. One of Tom's all-time fucking favorites. And we're going to end the show. We're going to give you our thoughts and let us know what your thoughts are. We're going to talk this whole fucking Raj rampage, whatever fucking incident that went down.
Raja Jackson, the a-hole. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's a crazy incident. So we're gonna get all of that. You guys, first of all, like getting Saturday, like we were there the calm before the storm, so it was already like half filled when the entire locker room was in the main room getting the show ready.
There were, and here, one of the funny things about that, there were a lot of people that were not on the show that are involved in wrestling. Hey, Danny, that I ran into that I didn't like. For example, I ran into Aaron Von Baron. He didn't recognize him he had his hat, he had ball cap. I didn't recognize him until the very end of the show, and. There, it was super. I know. I was
hoping he was going to get in the battle royal. He came up to me in the lager and he's like, "I forgot my bandana." I was like, "Well, fucking go buy one. We'll figure it out. Like, you better be in there."
Oh God! But yeah, so that was cool. Yeah, and Dan drove all the way from Wisconsin. Dan and Stacy all the way from Wisconsin to support that show, and got to meet that one of the folks that he met on the was it the first Jericho cruise, Dan? And his family were there also. So that was kind of cool. And thank the Lord, somebody outbid me for Whitney's belt.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have been happy to have it. Don't get me wrong, but somebody outbid me. So she got a pretty good chunk of the dough on that one. Stacy, I think, got a pretty good chunk of dough on the. They were in the first two. Danny. Yeah, I mean, it's just so cool how there's so many of these wrestling folk that kind of get together, and it is as we were saying on that podcast Collide, it's kind of like a giant family. We all do our little own things, and then when it's necessary, we all sort of come together. So, yeah. And Tom, how was the commentary? Was it crazy?
It wasn't too bad. I'll say this. I am a huge fan of Captain Midnight on commentary. You know, obviously him being a manager sometimes it's questionable, some of his tactics, some of the things he does. But getting to work with Captain again, first time working with Hollinger on Saturday, that was great. And working with Zach Takis is always a pleasure as well. So honestly, the lot of us coming together for commentary as well, that was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome for my end. The hardest part of the night, outside of dealing with Leo Santel and some of the emotions, was being on the call when Cole Cannon almost died in the Battle Royal. Thankfully he's okay, everybody. If anybody follows Cole, I think he posted on some social media the horrific accident of the top rope breaking, literally mid moonsault, if you will. He jumped up from the second turnbuckle to the top turnbuckle and was trying to do his version of moonsault, and the rope just gave way. Thank God he's fully trained and knows somewhat what to do in that situation. But yeah, he walked away with a bit of a headache.
Just to clarify, everyone in the ring that night was fully trained.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Tom.
No. I
tell you what, the ring is old. That ring has been around.
Was that the IPW ring?
That is the IPW ring, which we use at every APW show as well. But again, I mean, that ring has got miles on it. So, I mean,
yes,
there's a few people in the locker room who were like, yeah, when we were running on that shit earlier today, it sounded like it might fucking break soon. So, but you never know. And I mean,
plus the amount of people in that battle royal, I mean, and they were all going over that rope and grabbing the rope and all that sort of stuff. So
there's a lot of big boys.
Yeah,
there's a lot of big boys in that battle royal.
And what I was saying, but with Cole and being trained, is the fact that you can't train for those things to happen, but your training does kick in as far as, you know, tucking your chin and doing what you need to do to survive a fall like that. I mean, thankfully he just took it, like you said, you know, upper shoulders, a little bit on the neck, but, you know, nothing too severe. Woke up, he said, the next morning with a strained neck and feeling, you know, a little bit of a headache, but nothing too bad. He wasn't concussed or anything. So that was thankful, even though, you know, he is a huge asshole to a lot of us that work with it.
He's the most hated. He's the most hated.
He is.
We have an understanding, so we're okay.
You and Cole are.
But that's truly only because we are both Cowboys fans. If we weren't both Cowboys fans, I'm sure we would not get along. The only photo I have from that battle royal, just because I could have taken every photo that Clinton tag team took that night because they're all fucking great. But we don't have that kind of time. This new guy, though, named Obadiah King, who suspiciously looks very similar to our good friend Nerd D. Either way, he was in the battle royal, and let me tell you, dude made a name for himself.
That splash
he had,
that splash made a splash.
That splash had a collective gasp.
It did,
which was great to hear. Just everything that Obadiah King was doing that night was working. Many people after that show were like, "Dude's the big dude in the white thing." Holy shit! People in the
White
locker
jumpsuit.
room, people in the locker room were like, "Whoa, dude!"
Yeah.
We heard all about it from Mr. Prentice at dinner that night. Turned some fucking heads. We couldn't be happier for our dear friend Nerd D. Although Obadiah King's a different guy, he ain't the same guy we're used to. Just to put that out there, if you see him at a show or in a locker room.
Well, it's the same. But it's the same thing, though. Top Shelf Tom is not the same guy you'll see, out working at his job fixing the toilets.
No, he's a way bigger douche in real life.
Yeah,
Gentlemen, and I use that term extremely loosely. Shut the fuck up, okay? Let's stop trying to mince words here. Let's stop trying to belittle the top shelf here just for a second, okay? Again, we're talking about this extremely great charity event we just came through this last weekend. Why trying to ruin it and spoil it by talking down to somebody who's clearly above you? You know what I mean?
You know who was above you that night? Well, everyone on the show, actually. But this guy specifically, Austin Bayless.
big hat.
Big hat. Fucking huge. That was great.
That was.
We also had...
hang on.
We'll get into that in a second. I think I had other stuff here. We got... Holy shit. The backstage is getting crazy right now, guys. We had that fatal four-way match, which was fucking great as well. Look at this guy. Got two of them up there. We also saw the return of Lars Metzger, the Midwest Monster, took on Jay Wesley, who I love, and we're going to have on the show tonight. And Tom is a super big fan of Jay Wesley.
Seriously, Tom? What's the gripe?
He talks too much and he can barely back it up.
So he's basically like you exactly. That's what
I'll tell you what, he got in the ring with the Midwest Monster. I don't think you would.
I would take down Lars Metzger in a heartbeat.
Someone clip that and tag Lars Metzger, please.
We were trying to.
I'll see him on Saturday. I don't need to have anybody clip it. I'll tell it to him straight to his face. I'll take him down.
We were trying to get some of the promoters to allow us to pay them to let Nick Bull into the Battle Royal, and B, force Tom into the Battle Royal so Nick could kick his ass.
Oh, I would love
whatever, dude.
And Nick was all in on it. And because Ace, you were busy. You didn't see how much this jackass interrupted everything we were doing on that podcast. I mean, it's like, here he knows his place, but there he seemed like, oh, I'm super busy. And
I was super busy.
Yeah, and you were a gigantic jackass too.
Yeah, you're welcome that I made that fucking little pseudo podcast thing that y'all were doing better.
Golly. I don't know if Tom heard this, but I said as he finally got out of there again for the second time.
Thank you, Clint.
Tom
Clint put me over huge on after the show. Like he didn't have to make a post about me. That was very nice of him. I love Clint.
As I said on the podcast, though, when Tom finally got out of there for the second time of interrupting us, Tom Chillstrom, all the delusion, none of the grandeur.
So what I heard is you like Nick better than Tom.
Fuck yeah. If we can do a trade, Ace, with the Wizard, get Nick and get Tom over there.
Are we gonna have a fucking negotiation going on at Bridge City in 2 weeks? Is that what's gonna happen? We're gonna be talking trade with cards subject to change. Zach still just gets to be alone.
Well, yeah.
Listen,
or Tom goes in for easy, like fuck everybody, and he just goes to Zach, and he's like, I'm now on shotgun now. Everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll go to shotgun. I'll make that show more popular than this in a heartbeat, motherfuckers. Okay.
Thanks, Dan. Dan, it was so cool that you and Stacey came. We really did appreciate that. Talked to some of the boys; they were super happy to actually put a face with the name from Twitch on here on the show. Literally when we were talking with me, him, and Shank, we're all talking outside after the show. Shank's like, "You're fucking wicked, Lester." But yeah, dude, it was a very special night. The main event, of course, ended up being Leo Santel and Shank taking on the Cooper Boys with Midnight Guthrie for the Madhouse tag titles. We have new Madhouse tag team champions. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. We also saw Malice literally punch Midnight Guthrie in the face. That was fun. It's always a good time.
How
great
dare you
shot.
talk like that towards Midnight?
I think that's not the first time he's done it either.
Definitely not. Again, just a super emotional night for our boy Ryan there and his family, and it was an honor to be a part of something that big and hang out with those guys. So it was a wonderful night, a great night of action. 6 companies came together, put on one hell of a show. To be honest, I think left the fans wanting more of that. So who knows? Maybe this becomes something. Maybe once a year we do something like this, because it sure was a fun night. It sure was a fun night. But now we're going to shift gears, right? We're going to shift gears because there's another big event coming up. Well, there's big shows going on every weekend. Tom and I will be in Waterloo this Saturday with APW. Come hang out. We'll shoot some more about that at the end of the night. But 2 weeks time, we will be in Ottumwa, Iowa. We made it down there the first time ever to Bridge City last year, and I'll tell you what, boys, we had a blast. We were ring crew. Didn't know we were getting into that.
Hold on. What the fuck? Car subject should change coming in like this. I helped make that damn podcast collision or collective fucking work, okay?
You didn't even
You're
know
welcome,
what it's called,
okay?
you stooge.
Podcast collide or whatever.
Yeah, it's a busy weekend, Clint. We got a lot going on. You're going to be there with us at all of it too. But yeah, guys, Bridge City Slam. It's going down Ottumwa, Iowa, Saturday, September 6th. Get your tickets. There's some cool promos going. I think Godfather is the code. Plug it in. Godfather, of course, going to be there. Christy Hemme, Jacqueline Moore, Frankie Kazarian, the VOD villains, Masha Slamovich. Speaking of Frankie Kazarian, though, when we were in Delta at the Delta Dome for CEW, we had a little thing at the end of the night where our CEW champ Jared Thumb issued a challenge for Bridge City Slam, an open challenge for that CEW title. So someone had to answer, right? So let me. I had this all ready to go, and of course, I kind of lost it already.
You Tommed it up.
Whoa!
I don't know if I want to say I
thing.
Tommed it up.
Not a thing. Don't try to make that a thing. Don't try to make that a thing. A thing.
There we go. Hang on. Oh God, they changed shit down here. Oh, okay.
Fuck you, JR. Excuse me. Forgot who I was mad at for a second there. It's just so easy because you're both fucking idiots.
All right, can you guys see this?
Yep.
There it is.
Frankie Kazarian, the king of TNA, and I'm here to drop a little knowledge and let you all know that on Saturday, September 6th, I am in fact going to be in Ottumwa, Iowa. Why, you ask? It's a great question because, if I'm being honest, Iowa, not necessarily high on my list of places to go. However, on that day, I am going to be in town to participate in the Bridge City Slam 7, and lucky number 7 for you, because I'm here to announce that I am accepting the open challenge from the Central Empire Wrestling Champion. I'm sorry. What was his name? Jared Thumb. Jared Thumb? Like, that's his name? No, that can't be real. It's real? Okay. Sorry. I'm here to accept the open challenge from the Central Empire Wrestling Champion, Jared Thumb. And Jared, look it. I'm going to come to town. I'm going to win. That's what I do. And when I'm done, no hard feelings, but you can take one thumb, stick it up your ass, take the other one, and use it to hitchhike your way out of town. And if you don't like that, you have my permission to hate me now. See you in September.
Oh, my.
Yeah, so someone answered. Someone definitely answered. Oh, thanks, Madhouse, for reposting that. And right now, though, we're going to bring our first special guest of tonight's episode and of our whole lead into Bridge City Slam. So everybody make some noise. He is the Central Empire Wrestling Champion. He is Jared Thumb.
Why isn't that doing that the right way? That's what we want to do.
Hold
on.
I know. Put the champ
hold on.
Jared, just fucking.
I know. I'm not trying to get Tom up there. Damn it.
What the hell, John Russell? Sorry, champ.
Sometimes you're so old,
Oh, you're
JR,
fine.
you just
It's not doing what I want it to do.
Hey!
There we
Look
go.
at that. Are you drinking the what are you drinking? Is it the Austin beer or the Hogan beer?
I got the Hogan beer.
real
There.
American.
Real
There.
American.
All right, first of all, it was a blast hanging out with you at Convergence. Thank you for being a part of that amazing night. I think we can all agree that was one hell of a good time. Great show. What was that like for you, though? 6 companies one night. You're part of that.
Honestly, it was, I would say, mind-boggling. Like, to have all these companies come together for, a great cause under, like, wish it was better circumstances, but having everyone come together just shows how strong Iowa's independent wrestling is to be able to do such a great thing. And, it was a blast to be able to be a part of it, just be there for a brother in need. And it was awesome.
Hell yeah, man. It was a great night. And now we're on that lead into Bridge City, which you know very well. Again, I was saying it before we brought you on. Last year was the first time as a show we were there, or actually anytime any of us were there ever. We had the best time ever. That's our thing now. We can't wait to get back to Bridge City. And oh boy, are we coming back. We're coming back way more of a part of it than we thought. Of course, you guys did the podcast collective. We saw that at Convergence. It's going to happen again in a bigger live setting, though, at Bridge City Deer and Fan Fest. So come hang out with us for that. But also, you got big business, man. We just seen Frankie Kazarian answer, and that's not even it. There's been more guys that's happened up to this point. But I just want to hear what Jared's thoughts are when he first got this answer from Mr. Kazarian.
Oh, man. Well, to talk about exactly what Frankie had to say, from my perspective, I already respect Frankie Kazarian for everything he's done in this business, right? But for him to go on to say he's just going to beat me and I can take my own thumb and shove it up my own ass and use the other hitchhike out of town, the respect is still there, but I had to toss it out the window and remind myself who I am. I am the champion for a reason. I am the Central Empire Wrestling Heavyweight Champion because I walk to the ring with an amount of intensity that needs to be in that wrestling ring every single time I go out there and walk out the curtain.
Well, now, so at Bridge City Slam, we saw you wrestle Damian Saint, and then later in the night, you basically took advantage of a tired Rory Fox to win that championship. That may not be the case. I mean, you're going to supposed to be coming in fresh against Frankie, but he's got years on you, man. I mean, how are you going to actually go up against a guy this season and show off what Jared Thumb's all about?
That's the thing that I've been asked a lot going into this matchup. Yes, Frankie has the experience and has a lot more miles than me, but there's one thing deep down inside of me that fuels my fire when I go to that ring. Frankie Kazarian does, he's definitely knows the ring better, but the one thing that I'm going to bring to him that he is not going to expect is the fire and the fight that is inside of me. Frankie Kazarian, you saw how he reacted when he heard my name is Jared Thumb. I think he's looking at me like a joke. I honestly think he backed out of the match with Rory Fox because he's like, Jared Thumb, easy win, easy title. And he has everything to gain from this match. What do I have to gain? Stay the champion, but I have everything to lose. Frankie doesn't have anything to lose. If he loses, he goes back to TNA. If I lose, I go back to the bottom, which is what, in my version and my vision inside of my head, I think makes me more dangerous. Because take hunting for an example. I am a big hunter. When I'm out in the woods, you either walk in and walk out, with the game that you get and put food on the table, or you walk out with nothing. That's how Bridge City Slam 7 is looking for me. You know, I walk in with the game ready to go, but I could walk out with nothing, but that ain't going to happen. Frankie Kazarian, respectfully, is a fantastic wrestler and fantastic competitor, but plain and simple, Frankie isn't expecting me to whoop his ass that night.
Well,
I think
go ahead, Jared.
I think one of the advantages that you have, Jared, in this, as storied a career as Frankie Kazarian has, there is film galore on him that you're going to be able to study, find those weaknesses, and as the CEW champ, you haven't been to Japan, I'm guessing. You haven't been around the world. So you're at the advantage, in my opinion. And hopefully you'll be able to find those pain points for him that many of his losses have come from.
Yeah, like one of the matches I remember Frankie Kazarian having, you know, he's worked with just a few names to name: Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. You know, we know where those guys went in wrestling as well. Kurt Angle, one of the biggest names in professional wrestling. Samoa Joe, this different style of like how those two compare to each other. And AJ Styles, like, I don't move like a Kurt Angle, I don't move like a Samoa Joe, and I don't move like an AJ Styles. But, you know, a lot of the times you don't need to move like a certain competitor just to show what you can do to Frankie Kazarian. Like I watched him with, I think it was a Speedball, and I saw Speedball had the speed and, like, you know, could get over on Frankie because he was working faster than him. Kurt, he had a lot of ring technician over Frankie Kazarian in that match. And Frankie's a good ring technician as well. But, you know, Kurt Angle's just such a well, you know, formulated wrestler to the mat. And one thing that I think Frankie Kazarian is going to try and do is use a lot of technical wrestling on me, but what he's not expecting is a fight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Now, there is a name that we've already heard a few times in this conversation, and he had something to say. So I want to share that with y'all right now, because Rory Fox is not a happy camper.
God.
What in the hell is going on at Central Empire Wrestling? King of TNA, Frankie Kazarian? How can you accept an open challenge to face Jared Thumb for the CEW Championship? You're scheduled to face Rory Fox with the lovely Miss Jacqueline in my corner. You may be the king of TNA, but I'm the legend of Central Empire Wrestling. In fact, I'm the real Mr. Bridge City Slam. And if you think I'm going to accept Central Empire Wrestling just tossing me aside, you got another thing coming. That's not fair to the Fox. I don't care if I got to injure somebody. Rory Fox will have a match at Bridge City Slam 7. What in the hell is going on at Central Empire Wrestling?
So,
good way of asking it too.
So not a happy camper, Rory Fox. Guys, I can report to you right now that the champ here has already responded. And this is official now, right? I can say that it's official. This open challenge has now turned into a triple threat title match. It will be Jared Thumb putting that title on the line against Frankie Kazarian and Rory Fox.
Wow.
Fox.
Wow.
So now, not only do you have to be prepared for Frankie Kazarian, who we all know is up, he's up there. You now have something that I would say we can consider a nagging pain in your butt, getting himself back in your way. So what does this little wrench throw in for you?
So if you saw what I said last night, like what what else do I really have to say to Rory Fox? Like, earlier in the year, I faced him, and I told him what I was going to do. Then we had a lumberjack match, and I beat him. But then he took on, jumping Steve Shetler and Austin Bayless on a radio show, and he was just nagging because he got the one up on them, but he didn't talk any crap to me. But now I'm just getting sick and tired of him running his mouth because he doesn't have the spotlight. He does not have the spotlight, so he's like, oh, my pride, my ego, everything. This is where you're going to get me fired up once again, because last night I had so many things I wanted to say, but then it's like I would just be feeding into what he wants, and what he's going to get is me shutting his mouth permanently, because the whining and the crying, he definitely whines and cries more than my kids. And well, Rory Fox, he just, like you said, he's a thorn in my side. And at this point, if I have to put him in this match, if I take on another competitor, that's fine with me, because I am a fighting champion, and I will defend this title against Frankie Kazarian and Rory Fox and walk out the champ that night. But Rory Fox may be thinking, oh, he's just going to be gunning to win. No. I'm not just gunning to win over Rory Fox. I'm going to leave him laying, wondering, why did he run his mouth, say he's going to injure somebody, say he's going to hurt someone, when I whoop his ass once again.
So I got a quick question, not to change subjects too much here, Jared, but we also heard from Frankie, wondering about the last name, wondering about Thumb. Now, have you ever thought about changing it to something cooler like Middle Finger or something along that line? Because you got kind of a Stone Cold vibe anyways, like Jared Middle Finger. This feels appropriate to me. I can see you throwing up the aces.
So the funny thing is, I'll take you back to when I was training over 8 years ago. So we're training, Seth Rollins there, Merrick Brave, and our other coach, Matt Mayday, better known as Crotch. We were doing promo class, and I was coming up with like a name I thought was going to work. And, they gave me feedback, and Crotch, he's like, Jared, I feel like you just need like just a name that's like different from others, like Jared Thumb. So originally, I actually thought it was kind of dumb. I really did. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start practicing and see how this goes. And here we are 8 years later, and the name, I don't want to say it became, like big, but it stuck around, and people know who Jared Thumb is after all these 8 years, which is something I didn't think would happen at first, but with my drive and my work ethic and how hard I am willing to put all my effort into anything I have, I made Jared Thumb mean something.
And it flows, and it's memorable. I love it. Let me ask you this, though. You started talking about when you were like training. Like, my question to you, Jared, is where does the love for professional wrestling begin in your life?
Oh, man. So many people say it was when they were like kids. I say it was when I was in diapers and my parents were watching Monday Night Raw in '98. And like the one guy, my favorite wrestler of all time, it's never going to change, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hell yeah.
I saw that guy come out, and we had the VHS tapes of him and everything. And it's like, I want to be like that guy one day, just like not taking, defying authority and, working for what he's getting in his career. And, if people step in his way, he puts them right down. That's exactly who I wanted to be. And, you know, it started like the one show I went to that I said, I really want to be a professional wrestler was 2008. We went to a house show, and I was a John Cena fan. But, you know, John Cena just got hurt from Batista and wasn't able to make that house show. But the main event was a WWE superstar I was actually really scared of, Kane, versus the World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk. And when I saw CM Punk beat Kane, I was like, I can do that. And then the really big defying moment, it was like, I am going to become a professional wrestler, was when Seth Rollins cashed in at WrestleMania 31. Because if a guy I'm from Muscatine, he grew up in Buffalo, Iowa, that's like 20 minutes from me. Yeah. And I'm like, if a guy that grew up 20 minutes from me can do this, I can do this.
Hell yeah. Dude.
Hell yeah.
Fucking love that. All right. I didn't ask you guys. Sorry, Jarrett. I didn't ask you guys. With all the guests, since this is kind of different, because we don't usually do more than like one specific guest, are we going to do the typical segments?
Do we have time to do all of them?
Well, that's why I'm asking. Do you guys want to do them? Or do we just do Tom?
Let's do the Tom game.
Okay, we don't have to get into that quite yet. I just wanted to clarify so I can, in my head know where we have time. Sorry, Jarrett. Now, let me ask you this: like, why is Bridge City like? We know why. We've heard about it. We finally went last year. We realized it, but like when you look at it and how you've been involved and all the time you've spent with CEW, Mr. Bayless, and Bridge City, like. Tell people why it's so special, Bridge City Slam.
Bridge City Slam is so special because, well, I'll bring it back. I was actually at the very first Bridge City Slam, and it was just a different atmosphere from any independent wrestling like venue I had ever been to. I wanted to go to Bridge City Slam 2, but I wasn't able to. And then, Bridge City Slam 3 comes around, and that's when I finally first get to compete. And I just remember, like, having more goosebumps inside of my body than I have ever had preparing for one of my matches ever. And, like, the very big special part about Bridge City Slam is, it's like WrestleMania in Iowa. Because, you have all these celebrities come in and, like, make appearances or have matchups and everything, and people are just filing in. And what really makes it so special, it's honestly the fans. Because you have fans, like, coming from different states. I think last year, Austin told me, we had people come from New York just to come see Bridge City Slam. It's like, it's becoming such a, phenomenon that people actually want to travel to come see us do what we do. And it goes back to the fans. That's what makes it so special for me and then for every other performer on that show.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's a great show. It's a great weekend. It's a great fan fest. Last year we literally came down with I don't even remember. We came down to do the podcast with Zach and then Chris showed up, but we did it out in the hallway, and then Darren, I think Bayless didn't know where to put us. So he was like, you guys could sit next to the commentary table and just help clean stuff during the show. And
it was awesome.
Which ended up meaning we get to clean Saint's blood, and then we get to clean up a whole bunch of worms from the boogeyman. It was a wonderful night. We had the time of our life.
And
actually.
His clock pieces. And his clock pieces. Don't forget about that.
Oh, because you cut yourself, didn't you, Tom?
I did get a cut from that. And also, since it was during intermission and they were trying to do those photos with Scott Steiner and Buff Bagwell turned around and looked at me and was like, what's going on? I go, oh, just cleaning up some plexiglass from the boogeyman, gimmicks. And he just laughed at me. I'm like, hey, man, it's part of the show, right? We just got to do it. But I will say this, though, man. So you successfully wrestled twice last year And I know technically Bryce Jordan tried to call you out, maybe taking up the open challenge because he's scheduled to wrestle with Jimmy Wild at Bridge City Slam. Looking forward to that tag match, by the way. But how was that for you last year? And again, you went through hell with Saint. There's no doubt about it. You both were definitely worse for the wear after that one. And then still deciding to cash in and take on Rory Fox in the night. I mean, what about that night? I mean, obviously Bridge City Slam is always going to be special anyways, but what about Bridge City Slam 6 just told you it's a good time to cash in and take on Rory Fox?
Well, it goes back to how Rory, has been. Like last year, he was holding Central Empire Wrestling hostile with the champions of the century. And I won my opportunity in the Legends Rumble to, get the shot to cash in. Now, I'll take it to when me and Saint did rip each other apart. I didn't know if I was going to have it in me physically after that match until I was able to, kind of regroup and tape my wounds and just look forward and don't look back. And, Rory Fox, you may not know this, but years ago, me and him were actually the tag team champions at Central Empire Wrestling. We are actually the longest reigning tag team champions in Central Empire Wrestling history. So this version of Rory Fox that I had been seeing had been annoying me for a while because that's not the Rory I knew. He always told me, you do things the right way and you work your way to the top, it's all going to be worth it in the end. And then he just turns right back around and basically spits it right back in my face without even doing anything to me. And, people have been telling me, is there anything you can do? And I honestly thought when I cashed in and took this from him, maybe he'd have a change in heart. But instead, he's just trying to hunt it back down, have that ego, and take control of Central Empire Wrestling once again. And, maybe it was bad judgment by me thinking that I could, maybe change him back to who he was. But getting into that position and shooting for it, my family was there, and I wanted to give them a moment they would remember for the rest of their lives.
Did it.
Oh, yeah.
Did it. And I maybe I shouldn't say this. I'm a little too close to the situation as the CEW's general manager, but Rory Fox can be a grumpy old man sometimes. I'll tell you that right now. We've been getting a lot of that lately. We saw it when he took out Austin Bayless and Steve Shetler. We saw him that night at the Delta Dome. And I can only imagine the bear he's going to be in 2 weeks at Bridge City. But we will get through. We will not let Rory Fox derail the magic of Bridge City Slam 7. So, first of all, Jarrett, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for coming out here and helping promote Bridge City. We will get you back on here where we actually have a dedicated and do a full guest show with you. But before we leave, because we do this with every guest, we're going to do the Tom game.
All right. Well, you saw from the graphic there, Jared, this is pretty simple. So of the three co-hosts you see in front of you, between Ace, JR, and myself, you're going to pick one of us to be your tag team partner, one of us to be your opponent, and one of us to be your manager in this fictitious game of wrestling.
Okay.
No wrong answers, by the way.
Well, there can be some wrong answers, but
all right. So if I'm going to be picking my tag team partner, it's kind of biased, but I think I'm going to have to go with Ace on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And if I'm picking a manager, I'm probably picking JR.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So that means Top Shelf, you will be my opponent.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. That does.
We'll just put Rory as your tag partner there, Tom, because that'll be fun for both of us. And me and Mr. Thumb.
F you, Ace. Don't try and put words in Jared's mouth. You don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to face me and Rory. You know, he'd have to carry you, Ace. So F you, buddy.
You better watch that now. Talk now. Okay. We do this with everybody.
Let you know, by the way, that answer you just gave, by the way, is the most popular answer to tag with Ace, have JR as your manager, and me being the opponent. I don't know what the hell the deal is with everybody trying to pick me as their opponent.
It's because you're a douchebag, Tom.
I am the most physically fit person on this panel right now.
I don't know about that.
Right now.
If I do whatever. Who are some of the other people? Do we know anybody? Does he know anybody else who went with the same?
Oh, let's see. Well,
yeah, I'd love to see that too, Clint.
Oh man, let's see.
We love raising money to see Tom take.
Leo Santel, he picked that same exact lineup with Ace as his tag and me as his opponent, JR as manager. Let's see who else picked that.
Yeah.
Well, RIP Trent Hammer picked the same exact lineup. Ricky Bronson, same exact lineup. Our buddy Dan picked it. Jackson. Oh, I'm sorry, not Jackson King. He went to Death Dealer. Amina Belmont.
How about that piece of shit, Tom? That piece of shit, Bryce Jordan.
Bryce Jordan picked me as his tag team partner, you as his opponent, and Ace as his manager. So there you go.
And that just proves that only dicks go away from the norm.
Wow, dude.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Damn. Okay. Well, Jared, if you see me beat up an old man at Bridge City Slam, just remember it's JR, and he chose those words specifically. So I feel like I can beat the shit out of him come Bridge City Slam in our podcast collective. Just let you know. Don't try and stop it.
He's gonna be busy with
Jared,
I got
bigger shit to do. Oh man. Well, Jared, dude, I can't wait. This triple threat match is gonna be great. I was pumped just to hear it was gonna be you and Frankie. Throwing Rory in there adds a little spice to it. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But dude, I'm pumped for you. It's gonna be a huge matchup. It's gonna be a huge night. I can't wait. It's been a pleasure getting to work with you this last year too, man. Bridge City Slam 7, Saturday, September 6th. Come see all these great legends. Come see Jarrett. I'm gonna say it now. I think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna retain, guys. I have a feeling. But we're gonna find out. You gotta get those tickets. Get them now. Come hang out with us. Dude, it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a party of a night. So come hang out with us. Bridge City Slam. I'm sure afterwards we're gonna get some grub, hang out with some of the fans and the talent, and have a good old time. So be there. Jared, thank you again, brother. Love hanging out with you. Y'all, make sure you follow him on everything. How can they find you?
On Facebook, Jared Thumb. On Twitter, it's at Jared Thumb, no space. And on Instagram, it's at Jared Thumb. Well, at Jared_Thumb on Instagram.
Sweet.
Continued success.
Thanks so much, Jared. We appreciate your time, buddy.
Beautiful.
Right. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Hell yeah, brother.
Bye,
See you in 2 weeks.
See.
All right, guys. That's the champ right there. The champ. Jared.
That's why we got to start off with real champions like him. What is Twitter? Shut up. I can see it. God damn it, Tovar. What is Twitter? I mean, we all know.
We are talking Bridge City Slam tonight, but we do want to remind you guys, a big show in Waterloo, Iowa this Saturday night down at the Sportsplex. Tom and I will be there as usual doing our business. You got Shank in the house. You got Alvin Falcone there, Bryce Jordan, Ethan Everhart. Man, it's going to be a hell of a night of action, so make sure you're down there, hang out with us. That's this Saturday night. Waterloo, Iowa, Absolute Pro Wrestling. And then, for Bridge City Slam, guys, we got some special treats. We basically got you get to talk to some people you like in this whole ordeal, so I don't know why you're all upset about this.
He's a crybaby.
We have been handed the special task of, because there's a lot of media, guys. We have friends who are involved. We're going to be there at Bridge City Slam with them doing a show. So everybody's kind of doing their part. We've been lucky enough to get the task of, A, we got the champ, and then B, we get to cover that tag match kind of exclusively. that's going down at Bridge City Slam. So next week, we're going to have the team, the current CEW champions, Mason Gray Skull, Donnie Pepper Cricket with their manager, Axel Grease. Actually, Axel won't be on the show, though. But that's going to be the matchup. These guys taking on the Vaudevillains. I don't know who they are. Taking on the MILFs.
Oh, my.
Look at that tag team. My God.
And this is going to be fun, too, because we've had Bryce on this show a whole lot, but we've never had Brycey Boo Boo or Brycey Boo.
Yeah.
And we've had Jimmy Well on the show, but we've never had
Jimmykins.
So next week's going to be special, and who knows? We'll have to make sure we keep them separated on the stream. Didn't have to worry about it tonight, because tonight, our next guest in a little bit here is going to be the other tag team involved in this matchup, Team 319, the Wild Man Ethan Everhart and the Illmatic Jay Wesley.
Yeah, let me talk to you real quick about 319. First of all, I hate Waterloo.
Okay, LA Knight.
I can say whatever I want. Okay.
Yeah.
The 319, they've been lucky enough to hold tag team gold before in Absolute Pro Wrestling. I mean, they did it in the most backhanded way ever. They befriend the boys and then betrayed the boys. I mean, they just did. And then everybody cheered them like they were heroes. It was blasphemy, if you ask me. So Jay Wesley and Ethan Everhart, shame on you two. Okay.
Here's the deal.
How dare you? Shame.
And here's the deal. Team 319 has been this year. They've been making a bit of a splash in CEW. They're new to the promotion. They're new there, so they're making a little bit of splash, and they've been making some heads turn down in CEW. We know what they've done in Absolute already. And Tom,
what about SocialX? They've been doing some shit in SocialX too. Don't forget about that.
They have major stuff.
They got a big head about themselves because they took on Heath Slater and Rhino all of a sudden. Ooh. Like the big time.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine watching Tom get speared by Rhino?
Oh. First of all, that guy's not on my level in the first place. Okay, he had to try and come off like the fucking stairs. So he had to bring the stairs into the ring and then use those to try and scare me.
First of all, you talk shit about Lars Metzger. Now you're talking shit about Rhino. Why are you trying to piss off every big guy in the business?
Tom wants to die in the ring.
Dude. All right. Listen, steel doesn't sharpen another steel for nothing, okay? Listen, if these motherfuckers want a part of me, they can get a part of me, okay?
Oh my God.
The way has anybody seen the way Tom moves in the ring? Like when he was at Madhouse, he walks around like a little baby elephant.
Excuse me?
A little baby elephant. I didn't chew my cabbage twice.
Wow, dude. How dare you say words like that against me, okay?
You should be ashamed of
yourself, JR. Trying to spread lies like this? Trying to spread lies?
Facts hurt.
I'm a gifted athlete, sir. Okay? I run circles around you and Ace combined, okay?
I don't think
around the loop. Let's do this. Feeling good, feeling spry, baby. I'll take you both out.
Let's have him shut up and have somebody else come on that is worth talking to, please. Can we have somebody worth talking to? Come on.
If it makes you feel any better, the one time Tom had to get in the ring, like for the first time, like it almost went horribly, and I laughed.
Yeah.
But also, it happens to everybody their first time getting into the ring. Although that wasn't your first time getting into the ring. It was your first time getting in the ring in front of other people.
Listen, sometimes the hamstrings are just a little too tight. That's all the problem was. The hamstring was just a little too tight that day. All right. I've worked it out, done the massage therapy, done the therapy all together. Okay. Got the mind right.
How expensive is it to massage yourself, Tom?
Wow, JR. Why are you going to talk to me like that, dude? You can't talk to me like that, bro. This is the internet, man. This lives on forever. You can't talk to me like that.
There you go, baby.
And yeah, give him credit. He doesn't just sit at home and massage himself, JR. He goes to the little Asian lady down the corner, probably.
No, listen, you're the one who lives close to Stewartville, okay? Don't try and start like I'm going to be the one fucking going to Asian massage, all right?
Come on, because there's one in Stewartville. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about Stewartville for?
Dude, we talk about it every time we go to fucking Waterloo. What do you mean? Fucking, we always make a joke about it. Like, who in
the
this
joke is literally as we drive by, we
town,
both are just like, oh, look, Asian massage. Yeah, it is weird that there's a town of like
that
fucking
pervert
200.
Ralph in Stewartville is just trying to keep the thing going single-handedly, not his own hand, of course.
They call him Mr. Kraft when he comes walking in, Prentice.
There you go, baby.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
By the way,
Fuck you.
football's about to start soon, so that'll be fun for everybody. Also reminded me Whitney's dead, just so you guys know.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that. Yeah, Whitney died.
I'd say that at the beginning of the show. Whitney died tonight.
Well,
yeah, Whitney and Lane made it safely back from Iowa to their home, but then she died. So,
which, by the way,
but we hope to have her back next week.
Yeah, we'll see her next week, though. Great day at golf with Lane and Whitney. We had a good old time out on the golf course on Sunday. Yeah, it was just
lost too many fucking golf balls, but whatever. It happens.
Because you're a gifted athlete.
Oh no, dude. Tom would fucking like lose a ball or shank a shot and get pissed. And as soon as Whitney hears him starting to swear, she just starts fucking laughing. And like, you fucking suck, Tom. But then she would cheer him on, and he did pretty good when she was cheering him.
Yeah, listen, the first ball I lost is not because of me just shanking it. It was probably just off the fucking fairway, but I got Devin in my car with me who has 3 or 4 shots just to get down to where I'm at on my first shot. So I fucking lost my fucking ball because I forgot where the fuck it was. So I had to take him up the other side of the fucking fairway.
Yeah, I love my nephew.
I hate losing my shit on the first hole.
And I love my nephew, but I know he doesn't watch our show. So,
no, I mean,
when Devin was like, "I'm gonna ride with Tom," I was like, "Yeah, go for it."
listen, I apologized to him. I didn't say like I lost my shit for no reason. Like I apologized. I just
Tom,
said,
how
like,
many videos did you have to watch of that concert?
None, because
oh my!
No, once we got going, like after the first hole, basically, I lost my shit and I couldn't drive worth fucking garbage on the second hole because I was so pissed off. And then the third hole, I somehow got a fucking par on a par 3, which is still kind of amazing because par 3s are not my fucking friend right now.
Nice going, Tiger.
It was a weird.
One of these days, I'll get a hold of one and I'll just fucking quit the goddamn sport, right, JR?
What you ought to do.
Mind your fucking business.
Either way, yeah. So we're gonna continue with our Bridge City Slam preview as we get closer to the big show. Again, guys, it's so much fun. Full fan fest that kicks off. I think at like, I don't fucking know what the scroll's in the way. Shut the banner off.
Hold on a minute here.
Yeah, Fan Fest at 4:00. There,
there you go.
There you go. Wrestling at 7. Tickets start at 20. Ticketmaster, Bridgeview Center, Ottumwa, Iowa. Bridgeview is a beautiful place. It's a cool little spot for the show. It's it's one of the bigger venues we'll be in all year.
Yeah.
And again, you got the Godfather coming, Christy Hemme, Jacqueline Moore, Masha Slamovich, the Vaudevillains, Frankie Kazarian. Damn, I wish I still had that Playboy issue Christy Hemme was in. I had that. I wish I had
Oh, my.
Who didn't? We grew up in the same time period. I had that one, too.
I had her sign that shit and then be like, how many times never mind. Anyway,
I wish that Shinders was still around. You know that fucking Shinders would have like an old back copy of that stuff back in the back room.
Oh, shit.
If anybody knows my Shinders reference.
Yeah, I do.
Herberts. Y'all gross.
All right.
All right, what?
All right, let's roll. Let's go.
Hang on. You want the next guest on? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'd much rather have anything happen than have to continue to listen to you.
You mean listen to the best guy in wrestling podcasting today? Sir?
No.
There's a reason I couldn't be part of that fucking...
I don't think I have Chris Van Vliet on.
Wow, dude. How dare you? You know you have the golden voice of a generation here, right? And you're going to talk.
Yeah, Ace is here.
That?
Ace is here. I'm not.
All right, so we want to bring these guys in as a tag team, or just?
Sorry. Okay, well, so that half of the tag team's having some connecting issues. So
he lives in Iowa still. Okay, let's be honest. Everybody
Thanks for looking in, Clint. We appreciate you, buddy.
Has shit internet.
Anyways, one half of the tag team Oh, love you, Clint. We'll see you Saturday. One half of the tag team. They are the boys from Waterloo, 319. The Illmatic, fellow Ginger, which you would think, you're such a dick. Anyways, my homie, Jay Wesley.
Trying to get him in there. I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to do it this way. We'll put him up there. Oh,
and his partner.
There we are.
Hey, let's go.
Hey. Okay. So Ethan, yeah, if it gets real bad, just hop off, Joe. It's okay. Yes, you guys, you're here, Bridge City, 2 weeks. Huge 4-way match for the titles. So first of all, you got to take on the champs, Mason Grayskull and Donnie Pepper Cricket. Which I don't know. Is it weird that like Mason Grayskull kind of walked into that championship? A little unfair to me. Anyways, and then you guys also have the we saw them debut in Delta at the Delta Dome, the MILFs, Jimmy Kins and Bracey Boo Boo. And then you got some big tasks in this one, guys. The Vaudevillains. The Vaudevillains, Aiden English, Simon Gotch coming to Bridge City Slam. This is going to be one of the biggest tag matches of the year. How you guys feeling going into this thing?
Man, it's exciting. I mean, like you mentioned a little bit ago with SocialX, we've, had the opportunity to face former SmackDown Tag Team Champions and Rhino and Heath Slater, which, oh my God, I would love if Rhino would gore Tom. But anyway, sorry, I'm fantasizing. But so we've had that experience. So being able to go into the ring with, we beat the MILFs in Delta, and so we're coming for the tag titles. The MILFs I'm not worried about. Donnie Pepper Cricket, the sunset is coming up, is going down, it's and that's not disrespect. I respect everything he's done in the business, but he brings in Mason Numbskull, as James Jeffries would say, and it just like expects us to think that it's Iceman or something. I don't know what he's. I mean, just because he replaces another old bald guy with another old bald guy doesn't really know how it works. But hey, we're ready for it. We're gonna take it, and we're gonna add to the title collection. So
there you go. You also got to watch out for Axel Grease because he's always out there to stick his nose.
Right. I don't want to slip because last time he went in to get a haircut, they asked him which if they wanted 5W30 synthetic or SAE. So
listen, it's like Greek. It's Greece, like the country, you dickhead. Not.
Isn't he the kind of guy though that you could just take a ham sandwich, chuck it down the aisle, and he'd go chase it?
I don't know if he'd chase it because I don't know if he can run, but he definitely go after it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude,
Listen.
like, also the tight hamstrings. It wasn't the tight hamstrings, Tom. It was the tight pants.
Well, listen. At least I have the courage to
wearing
rock
girl
tight pants
jeans
instead of the bullshit that you wear outside the ring. Okay. All right.
I mean, like
Jay
Wesley quarter zip. No, don't mean to plug or the only God can judge me. Jay Wesley.
Yeah. By the way, why are you such a mark for your fucking self right now?
I'm just throwing out plugs. I'm just throwing out plugs.
Listen,
I'm just trying to look good. What are you in front of? Like Tapestry? You look like a 16-year-old girl. I don't know. What
you made my Summit beer collection here, dickhead.
Oh,
okay.
He's a collector.
Listen,
he's a collector of beer flags, or just Summit shit. Apparently.
All right, shut up, everybody.
What's the yellow? What's the yellow thing between 2 Count and Top Shelf? Is that also
that is a Summit beer handle?
Yeah, he's just a Summit whore. That's all he is.
Whatever, dude. It's the best fucking beer in the Midwest. All right, Jay. I got a question for you though. Why are you such a fucking mark for your own self? Why are you doing this to me?
What?
You got your shirt behind you. I mean, I can respect the having a belt, but why you have your own fucking shirt behind you?
That's a pot calling the pot a pot.
Yeah, that's true.
First, I was going for like the SmackDown, like 2000 vibe with the, like the metal mesh and everything.
And why are you in front of a merch table that no one wants to go to?
As a professional, I want to show off some of my merch that I have available. That's always available. That's going to be available at every show I show up to, or if you want to message me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, we can work out and, you know.
We're not going to allow you to hawk your shit here, buddy.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
no. You can sell whatever you want.
At
brother.
some point,
It's all good.
here's what we'd like to do. We'd like to help
I
you
wanna
sell
sell
merch.
Mhm.
Tom can go fuck himself. But
That's what I was gonna say. I wanna talk
yeah, I'd also like to have us collect money from our viewers to have you, Jay Wesley, beat the living shit out of him for one time and shut him up.
Yeah. I'm down. I'm in.
Okay.
I'll wrestle
can't touch me.
twice at Bridge City Slam if we can get it set up before 9/6.
Yeah.
I'll wrestle twice that night.
Let's bring out the cage. Yeah, right.
Whatever
How many?
it I have 0 Jay Wesley shirts, mostly because this motherfucker never makes them in my size. Okay, first of all, there's that
Exactly.
point. Second of all,
I don't have baby
why
dolls.
would I want to wear black and orange like it's fucking Halloween all year round? Okay,
Because it matches your complexion so well.
True.
listen, it
Gingers
doesn't.
pulling
You got a
off.
point. You got a point.
That's true. We can pull that off.
There's not a lot of gingers that can pull off like orange or yellow, so like
Mhm.
when you can, rock it.
First of all, I don't want you talking like you know shit. Okay, I don't know where this attitude started, but you don't know anything of the kind. Okay, you are one of the dumbest people I've ever talked to in my life, Jay Wesley. All right, I don't like this demeanor that you have right now. Okay, this is not cool. I feel like this is you can't even stop laughing. Okay, I'm just calling it as I see it here, brother.
You stop.
I'm just laughing at that. Yeah, I'm just trying not to. Trying to
cry?
think of
Yeah,
what
I
to say, not
understand.
to hurt your feelings.
Well,
So,
okay. Well, we all dream about the night that you two are in a ring together and we just watch Tom get whooped.
I'm
yeah,
never gonna get whooped by this jabroni.
No, I can't remember. Jay, is this your first time on the show?
it is.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Unfortunately,
Oh, fucking shit. God dang. Okay. Well,
most
then we got to.
pathetic guest we've ever had.
And just so everybody knows, Ethan Everhart did pop in. He just I think he's running off his phone internet.
He's having connection
so
issues.
It's just not being good. So it's
So
not.
it's
He
still
didn't want to
Iowa.
be here. It just wasn't working well. We'll get Ethan on the show. Maybe we'll do some shit in person with him. We got to do more of that. We're so bad. We always talk about, we'll do like a quick 10-minute segment with somebody at a show, and then we never fucking do it. We talk a lot. We gotta start doing shit. Anyways, so wait, what brought you to the world of wrestling then, Jay? How's this begin?
Oh man, I mean, like Jared was saying on here earlier, kind of goes back to, I was born in 2001, but my dad and my mom went to Sold Out 1997 in Cedar
wow.
Rapids.
Oh my
And
God.
they were pregnant with my older brother at the time, and it's actually, and you can still see it, obviously, but like where DDP hops the guard railing and like escapes the NWO, he kicks my dad in the fucking leg.
Oh, what? Nice.
Yeah, so my dad's always had that story, but like, and it's just ever since like I was born, I've always been on wrestling. My dad, always kind of got me into it, and it's just something that I've just grew to love and love and love, and it became my my release, my comfort zone, whatever you want to say, and it's my outlet now.
How many years in are you right now?
I believe this would be it's my 4th year. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, all right. We all been kind of at it around. Yeah, all right. So let me ask you this thing, because in that's not a long time. Like, you're still pretty fresh in this business. So what's it like as someone who grows up as a fan when you're getting to share locker rooms like you will in 2 weeks with Frankie Kazarian and the Vaudevillains, Godfather? You've been in matches with Heath Slater and Rhino. You've shared locker rooms with some other great names. Like, what's that like when it's like, cool, I know what it's like for me, walking into a locker room, seeing those guys and interacting with them, when it's like, cool, man, this is I watched you every week. Cool.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those things. I'm one of those guys. I try to like, especially like if I'm not working them or whatever, I try to give them their space and make sure that they have time to go over whatever they want to go over with anybody that they're working with, or if they're doing anything with the general manager. What production needs from them. But I try to keep them, give them space. But I always want to go. I always go up and shake their hands and say thank you, and for everything they've done in the business, whether it's Kazarian or um, even Chris Masters recently. I was on a show with, and that was cool as well. So I try not to take up a lot of their time because as a guy that has had the opportunity to wrestle a couple of bigger name guys, it does get annoying sometimes when backstage it's clustered because everybody wants to go up and be like, "Oh, can I get a picture? Oh, can I get a picture?" Like, "Oh, and share their stories." And that's, I totally understand it 100%. I'm not, knocking them on that, but it's just, sometimes business needs to get done too. So
It was kind of funny that night in Reed Lane with Heath and Rhino because everyone knew those two were going to get out like immediately after that match when they were done in the locker room. And like, so as the four of you were going over the match, it's just like a slew of people fucking coming up. Oh, sorry. Hey, can I get a picture real quick? Cool. Yeah. And then like a couple more minutes, you guys be talking. So hey, can I get a picture real quick? Yeah. All right. Like just like a revolving door.
Yeah, and I try to I like the behind I like keeping some of the stuff behind the curtain sort of thing. So it's sometimes it annoys me when there's a selfie with somebody taking a selfie with Rhino or Heath or whatever, and me and Ethan are in the background, or whatever. It's like, well,
yeah.
I mean, I get it, but so but it's one of those things.
So you've already admitted that you come from a whole family of marks. Is that haunting you at all? Because it seems like every time you're wearing Waterloo, I got to see so much of these black and orange bullshit shirts.
Hot summer.
Does it haunt you at all, knowing that your whole family's a bunch of marks, and especially now for you?
It's awesome, actually, because when I first started, I never thought I'd have any fans. I didn't expect anybody to come to any of my shows.
Fans, they're family. They're family and friends. They're not fans.
Hey, that counts. My family don't come to shit, so that counts.
And there's a lot of guys that work too that their family don't come, and I don't expect them to come to every single one of my shows for if I do this for 5 years or 25 years. You know what I mean? Like, I don't expect them to show up at every show, and when they can't, I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, but it's really awesome to be able to have that support. Because you obviously you have that automatic, you're gonna get cheered by them. It helps you keep the energy, get your blood pumping, the adrenaline going. And if you gotta do a Northern Light suplex to Lars Metzger, that energy from the crowd helped me get him up and over into that bridge. So
that's actually a good question, by the way, too. So we're talking about Bridge City Slam here, but you have Lars Metzger again this next week in Waterloo. How do you expect to get to Bridge City Slam when you're going to be dead?
When did that happen? When did the card subject change? What the hell? We're on the wrong card.
You didn't know that? Oh, wow.
Last I knew, we were facing risky business.
Yeah, I don't.
Keep her going, Tom.
Well, I'm just saying, because he barely survived this last Saturday. I'm just saying, he faces one more big guy who is twice his size. He's for sure dead because he's got lucky so far that he didn't die against the Big Picture. He didn't die against Cole Cannon. He didn't die against Victor Payne. And he somehow didn't die this last Saturday against Lars Metzger. So I'm just wondering, the next large guy you take on, I can't imagine that you're going to survive.
So just so we're clear, it's actually your boy Bryce Jordan who is taking on Lars Metzger this Saturday. And yes, Team 319 is taking on Risky Business, making their debut.
I was really hoping you were going to die.
APW.
Hey,
no, now you have to worry about your boy Bryce dying. Tell him.
No, Bryce is going to be fine. Bryce is a champ.
Jay, let's take a step back real quick. What did it mean to you, Jay, to have a spotlight match at Convergence?
It was really awesome. Because going into the show, obviously, obviously, everybody knows it's very political in wrestling sometimes, and there's a lot of egos that collide, and so for everybody to be able to put egos aside, promoter wise, and booker wise, uh, to put their egos aside and be able to make this one show for, you know, even though me and Leo Santel have not always got along, you know, uh, it was a great time to be able to do something for him and his family. Um, you know, and it doesn't take away the pain, but you know, hopefully helps with some of the financial burdens and stuff on them. And so I'm really glad I was able to be a part of that show. Just you know, with everybody from 6 different locker rooms, you know, even though you know, like everybody probably works for at least 2 of those promotions regularly, you know, like all those locker rooms, and there's you know people you haven't met, and then there's you know it's just a great time. You get a it was a really cool experience just to see everybody be there, not care about their ego, what mattered just for Leo sort of thing. So
And on top of that, Lars Metzger made his return to singles action that night, and you were his first opponent in, I believe, 2 years after a pretty nasty injury. Um, so also going into that show, just knew it was a big night for him coming back. Knew, you know, big night for you, marquee match on a very, very important special show, and you boys did not disappoint. Holy fuck! There was a couple points during that match that I was like, "Is he trying to kill Jay Wesley? What the?" But that's a big man. That's a monster.
yeah,
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
He's a big guy. I give him some respect. I'm not gonna you know sit here and say I didn't take an L, but you know I took that L, but I gave a little bit of a fighting chance, and unfortunately he caught me, and when he threw me across the ring with that fall away, and then I stood up, and then next thing I know, I'm looking at the lights again. So I you know that spear was deadly. That
It was
spear was deadly.
it was insane, bro. It was very crazy. But again, it was a great night, and just again moments that you're creating for fans and just for everybody involved. So that's what's really cool about it. Because again, you've done a lot of cool stuff in your run up until now. I mean, it feels like things are really just kicking off for yourself as well as this team 319. Because I like, can we talk about how I feel like this wasn't supposed to be a long term tag team?
Yeah, yeah, we can talk about anything you want.
Yeah,
Go on.
I mean, I don't know if that was the intentions or not, but it always felt like when you guys got together, this was going to be kind of, because it happened in Waterloo, so it kind of was like, all right, this might be something we just kind of do. Like it might be a Waterloo thing, or I don't know. It just felt like you guys were on
Yeah,
different paths beforehand, and then all of a sudden we're together. But the common bond was Waterloo, uh, and you guys made a run, and they're still going.
thank you. Yeah, uh, you're right. We were on completely different paths. Ethan was the absolute pro wrestling heavyweight champion um, before Aaron Von Buren uh, beat him. And I mean,
Taught him a
obviously, I
lesson.
was one of the.
Say it correctly. Taught him a lesson.
I can teach you a lesson on how to use your mute button if you don't stop. But
Mhm.
uh, after the concerto, you know, I was one of the first guys out there to help Ethan backstage because he's my brother. You know what I mean? And so uh, being able, and I was on a losing streak going into that. You know, so after that situation happened and everything, it was just kind of like, you know, what would happen if we tagged? You know, what if we put our styles together? Because me and Ethan have completely different styles in the ring. I pattern myself more like Bret Hart, where Ethan patterns him more like Jerry Lynn or Rob Van Dam, where he's flying around the ring all over the place. You know, not that I can't fly around the ring all over the place, but Ethan's running at 100 miles an hour at 24/7. You know,
Right.
but so it's really cool just to be able to, like, for me, like, go back and watch like older stuff, and then like see what like Ethan does, and watch newer stuff, and try to like see what we can do where we can mesh our styles together. And I think we've done a good job where we've been able to get a solid, base of tag team wrestling, and it's been we're two-time absolute pro wrestling tag team champions. Nobody's done that in its company's existence so far, and it's really cool to be the first ever sort of thing. Um, Even if there was some controversial matters of winning it the first time, as Tom was saying, but last I remembered, I was kicked in the head, and then I just ended up landing on top of Leo. So that's not my fault. But
Not your fault.
yeah, we became tag team champions that night in Waterloo. We lost him for a little while, and it was, Ethan, Ethan, as we were talking, just kind of my time that I've been in the business. Ethan's been in the business a little bit longer than me, and he's, making more trips out of state or whatever. So, it was never even just a few months ago. It wasn't even for sure that we'd be still tagging right now because, there's a lot of things, and I wa- I did a lot of I say I'm the manager of 319 as well because I do all the transactions, the business transactions, but getting us on Bridge City Slam and everything, and getting us to trying to work with Austin Bayless and CEW in a whole uh, was a collaborative effort with me, and it was great to work with Austin Bayless so we can get some dates in, and really show what we have, and see what the other side of independent Iowa wrestling has for tag teams, because not that, Absolute Pro Wrestling is, has no tag teams, but we've ran through most of the tag teams that are there, so this weekend we get Risky Business, for the first time. They're debuting at APW together. So it's going to be great to have another new team, another great hungry set of challengers. And we're going to go in, we're going to win. And that's our goal for Bridge City Slam as well, is to conquer and be the rulers of the tag team division in Iowa.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, have you been to Bridge City before?
No, I've never been to Bridge City. I can say that. And I honestly, like, listening to Jarrett earlier, I was like, I don't know, it was one of those things. It was like Bridge City is different, kind of like than the Luthez Hall of Fame show that they have every year. To me, it was like, because it was like you bring Hall of Famers in, and they sit at a table and they sign stuff. Where Bridge City was more, these are like active wrestlers or active, name guys that are on TV. And I mean, as we continue, as Frankie Kazarian and guys like that are showing up, it was a different level. And I was like, that's not something that I'll be on for a while, or, be able to be a part of the show in a wrestling aspect, as much as that. So it's really awesome for my first Bridge City Slam to be put in such a big position in a tag team title match. I'm excited. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, listen, I know that they say that Bridge City Slam is in Ottumwa, Iowa. It's actually in Davenport. Okay, so September 6th, we'll see you in Davenport, Iowa. Can't wait to see you at Bridge City Slam 7.
No one
Davenport, Iowa.
No one listen to Tom. Get your tickets, Ottumwa, Iowa. And in the private chat, yes, JR, you guys should. And if you want to know what I'm talking about in the private chat, you have to buy a ticket to be at Bridge City Slam September 6th.
Yeah, I mean, I really wish Jay Wesley had to buy a ticket, but I guess he's booked for the show.
Maybe buying
everybody
back to Titletown on September 6th.
Here's a quick question for you, Jay Wesley, and I don't want a long answer because you got a lot of air in you apparently tonight, so I want something short.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I like to talk,
Yeah, unfortunately, it's fucking annoying. I really wish you wouldn't talk so much, but I guess
Don't
that's
worry,
what makes a good guest.
We say that shit all the time. Don't worry.
Shut up, Ace. Don't try and talk over me, okay?
All right, wait
God.
until you're done.
I'm sorry. Are you still talking? Wow, look at him. He just left.
You made our guest leave, Thomas?
Thank
What
God.
did you do?
What?
I didn't do anything. He just
Ass.
decided to leave like a hack.
What
Can't
an
take
ass.
it.
Well, when he comes back, we're gonna finish
Dude,
this
even
conversation.
Softy Boy didn't leave with
But
my mild beratement of him.
yeah, that's because I don't think he understood anything.
Tom, I put a link in the private chat if you want to check that.
I see it.
Well, I'm
all
gonna
right.
look at this real quick. Hang on a
Because
second.
that's the only size that will fit me.
Hey, coward. What the hell's your
Hey,
problem?
sorry. There's some issues. The internet crashed a little bit there.
Oh,
we're
because
back.
you're still living in Iowa. I understand. Yeah. Get out of that fucking shithole state and go get yourself some real fucking internet in a different place.
We were having some technical difficulties. T-Mobile is really good with internet, actually. You'd be surprised.
Okay, so I gotta ask, when because I see the Hitman thing, this will be one thing we disagree on. I'm not a Hitman guy. Brett screwed Brett.
Oh no!
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. But hey,
anyway, continue.
Agree to disagree, my friend. But what
Yes,
are
sir.
some memorable moments of you being a fan when you look back at pro wrestling? Like, what are some of the things that you're like, man, I will never forget that.
Ah, man. I mean, there's quite a few things.
Give us your top two.
Being able to this is not huge, but in the wrestling world of overall what it did for the business or anything, but being able to see John Cena live for the first time when I went to a Raw in 2015 or whatever it was, because John Cena was my guy, he was my hero. So, and there was so many other shows that we'd go to where he was advertised, and then something would happen, he wouldn't be there, or they'd be running a bigger town, so obviously he's working the bigger show, sort of thing. So it was really cool to be finally, even if it was just the segment on Raw, it was really cool to be able to see John Cena, just because he's my hero this whole through all of everything, and helped me with everything. But other monumental moments in wrestling, you can't narrow it down to anything. It's because if you look, I'm a big historian on wrestling.
Okay.
So when you go back, if you want to look at real big moments in wrestling, you go Hogan beating the Sheik. That's where it all started, and the boom really started. Even though technically less people are watching it now, wrestling that is, but I think wrestling is more available to more people now via the internet, obviously, than it was back then. So stuff like that, but and just so I'd say I'm not a huge Hulk Hogan guy or whatever, but Hulk Hogan beating Sheik for the belt and going on and creating history and creating pro wrestling as we know it. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that moment. So that's what I'll give credit to.
Yeah, you're not wrong, dude. And I think that came out a few weeks back when he passed. And that is, Terry Boella, the person is the person, but the character and the things that the character did in the wrestling business is Hulk Hogan. It changed the business. It made it what it is. And like you said, made it what it is now. Like, we wouldn't be able to do all this shit if it wasn't for that. So, dude, that's a perfectly great answer. I love that. I those are things that are defining, right? You know what I mean? They're defining to the business. They change the projection of where that business is going. And I know I got to live through it. I was watching some of that old shit not long ago.
Yeah.
And you could, if you want to throw the big whirlwinds in the wrestling, the Montreal screw job as well.
Yeah, Brett screwed Brett.
No,
Brett screwed Brett.
Vince screwed Brett. Brett was in every right legally, and everything, but we'll ignore that, I guess. But it's okay. Anyway.
You know that he didn't create the sharpshooter, right?
What did you say?
You know he didn't create the sharpshooter, right?
Yes.
He stole it from Sting. You know that, right?
He's the only one that does it correctly, though.
Sure.
Sting does the Scorpion Deathlock. There's a complete difference between the sharpshooter and the Scorpion Deathlock.
There's no difference. It's exactly the same fucking move. Don't be that guy.
Nope.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm not a Hitman guy, but Sting could eat ass compared to Brett. Like Brett was Sting. Fucking Sting sucked. Sting sucks. Sting's always sucked.
I like Sting, but you know, I mean, he is. But no, the actual difference between the Scorpion Deathlock and the sharpshooter is when you have the guy on their back and you have his legs up, a Scorpion Deathlock, you would step through with your right leg, while a sharpshooter, you step through with your left leg. Thank you, Tom.
And if you guys
holy shit, who gives a fuck?
And if you guys want visuals of this, I'll make sure that me and Jay get some video of him doing both to Tom Saturday.
Yes, demonstration.
We will get that for the TikTok.
He'll never turn. Programs. He'll never be able to turn me. Legs are too strong.
He'll roll over like a fucking turtle.
I got more muscle in my left fucking pinky than this kid has in his whole fucking body. Okay.
Yeah, but you'll roll over on that chub of a belly just as quick as a.
Excuse me. Excuse me, JR. You're gonna try and talk about the pot calling the kettle black, there, brother.
I don't dispute that in the least.
This looks like a whale that washed up on shore. We've gone off the rails. Is this? Yeah, are we even on a wrestling show anymore?
Beached whale style. Yeah, I mean,
we all got
except for Jay. We all have bellies here.
The sea was angry that day, my friend.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's a fucking turtle.
Take it easy there, Victor Payne. Settle down.
Your boy's laughing at your insult.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's great when people turn on Tom because they're like, you know what, you're right. He's kind of a weasel or, you know, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It makes
First of all, I'm not a weasel, Jay Wesley. Okay. I'm top shelf.
Bryce is the weasel.
Way the fuck up here. I know you never experienced anything top shelf in your life, but maybe just for a second, reflect upon your own shortcomings, shut the fuck up, and learn something when you talk to me, okay? How about that?
Here's the deal. I kind of feel like Bryce is getting sick of Tom, though.
I think he is, too.
I mean,
excuse me?
Everybody, I think, is getting sick of Tom.
Bryce and I just had lunch on Saturday, okay? It was a lovely time. Okay, him and I talked about the future that he has in wrestling and where he's going to go. So don't you dare.
Yeah, I don't know. When I talked to him that night, he was
and how when he makes it big, he might give you a free ticket.
And he also
told me that he was.
Oh, Bryce you're willing to pay.
Bryce said he was tied up in a chair the whole time with like one of those just dangling.
He came in of his own free will, Jay Wesley. You weren't there. How dare you try and spread rumors like that?
No, that's
okay.
That yeah.
That's what I hear on the block.
What I hear on the street. You open so bad come fucking Saturday.
Bryce was just being kind to his elders.
Elders. Ace, you're older than I am.
Yeah, dude, I consider all these guys coming on our show being respectful to their elders.
Yes,
that's why they do. Tom, we're fucking old, bro. Get used to this. Like that's a real fucking thing. Soon you're gonna have to stop bouncing, otherwise it's gonna get real weird. Hey man, weird. You can't be 60 years old. You can't be 60 years old at the fucking door of the bar.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. Let's do this.
You can. I love that ad. Tom, you fucking.
I can do. First of all, I'm not you, Ace. Okay, don't try and talk to me like I'm you. We're not the same boat.
Yeah, give him a little time. He'll be checking IDs at the fucking senior center.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait to have dinner at 3:30 and in bed at 5. Like that. Those are.
You could still do that now. We don't need you on the show. Bye, Ace. Go to bed. Go to bed. See you later.
I'd fucking love it. That'd be fan-fucking-tastic.
All right, let's do this and get this motherfucker out of here.
Oh my gosh, Tom.
I think we already know where this one's going.
So I'm gonna throw y'all for a loop, actually.
Ooh.
Hold on. Okay. All right. So you obviously saw Jared and how this went down, right? You're smart enough to understand this. Why is he taking off?
Understand who?
You're
Sorry,
smart enough to
my
understand this.
earbuds.
You're picking one of us to be your tag
Yes.
partner, one of us to be your opponent, one of us to be your manager.
First time on.
Mhm.
Avid listener, though.
Okay. Who do you got for your tag team partner?
I'm gonna go JR.
Yes.
Yeah, he's huge.
Uh-huh.
And this is why, because Ace has always been the number one hype man for the 319, whether it's ring introductions or whatever. So I know I can count on him on the outside of the ring to keep us going, keep us pushing. Not that we'll need any motivation to beat you up, Tom, but
and I'll pull an ankle real quick if I need to.
Yeah.
You are very unwise.
We need a cheat. Let's do it.
So you got Ace as the manager, and then you got me as your opponent. Is that what we're hearing there?
Yeah. I mean, I thought you knew you were the opponent already, but yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. I had already typed it out as soon as you even appeared on the fucking show. I was like, oh, who's gonna be the opponent? Clearly, it's gonna be me. Not a chance in hell he's gonna pick anybody else.
How funny would it have been if he's like,
You're
actually, gonna take on Whitney. Tom's my tag partner.
Unfortunately, the fourth host is not here tonight, but
she did.
Just to let you know,
Jay,
just to let you know, Jay, the last person to pick this lineup as far as tagging with JR, me as their opponent, and Ace as the manager, was JT Energy. How do you feel about that?
I mean,
I don't know. He did
not bad.
He did
not bad. JT's been around. JT's got some experience, so he's got some knowledge. So makes me think maybe I'm making a good choice. Maybe
he's got dance moves. He can dance.
So
I'm actually trying to find somebody else to have this matchup or this lineup.
Dang, it's been that long.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
JR, no one wants
because JT Energy's been like is it over a year or about a year?
That's probably well over a year since he was on this show.
JT Energy was back in March 12th of 2024. Now, I am also missing a couple of dates on here. One that I missed that we had a guest on, and the other one was Matt that I was late getting on, and then didn't have my computer working. So,
yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, the longest going gimmick we have on this show is the Tom game. Mm-hmm. People love it. People love it. Jay, love you, man. Glad you came by. Glad you hang out. Dude, I can't wait for Bridge City Slam. We'll see you Saturday as well as you guys take on the what is it? The Risky business.
They got the Riz.
They were on a SocialX show with us, weren't they?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So yes, okay, this will be a great matchup then. It's gonna be fun, and then of course this 4-way match at Bridge City, it's going to be epic. You guys, the VOD villains, Team MILF. Which when you see this, what do you think?
Billy and Chuck. Sorry.
Close.
Success. Yeah, got it.
I might have gone over the CEW GM's head. Sorry, Ace, but I went to the owner and told him that "You Look So Good to Me" should be the MILF's new theme song. So
yeah, that's all right. I'm okay with that. That's all right.
Oh, he doesn't play politics anymore.
The owner might be down. I mean, this was his ring gear last weekend, so that fucking hat was classic. Anyways, I hope he's selling those at Bridge City. He'd be smart too. Bridge City Slam, though, you can see Team 19, the Illmatic Jay Wesley, September 6th, big match with those guys for the CEW tag titles. It's just going to be a big show. Great show. Great venue. Great fan fest. Of course, before the show, there'll be another Worlds Collide podcast with Shotgun Wrestling, the card subject to change. May even be some special guests in there that no one knows about yet, as well as Steve Shetler's going to be doing something out there. for FanFest, so make sure you check him out. And then, man, just everyone's gonna be out there signing and selling stuff. It's gonna be a hell of a time. You're looking at your ring crew during the show. These guys make sure that ring's nice and clean and ready for all the matches. And
no worms this year, please.
Thank God, no worms this year. You know, yeah. Anyways, we won't get into that. But
Well, I heard Jay Wesley has ringworms, so that's already a problem.
Tom, I'm not. We don't have enough time.
Are you sure?
It's not the same thing, Tom.
I know it's not the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
Do you even know what a worm is?
Yes.
Do you know what a ring is?
Yes.
So do you want to get in the wrestling ring with me?
I'll pick you out, motherfucker. There ain't no problem with that.
And then do the worm like you're Scotty Too Hottie.
No, I don't do the worm.
Because you can't.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't see any way like Tom would be able to do the worm, but
wow.
Ace and JR, I could see it happening. It'd be, and they drop that elbow right on you, Tom. It'd be over.
Listen, you got illusions of grandeur that you can't possibly back up. I can't wait until Donnie Pepper Cricket and Mason Grayskull just absolutely whoop the shit out of you. I can't wait till Risky Business proves that they're the hottest new tag team in absolute pro wrestling history. Okay. So just mind your P's and Q's, kid. All right. You're going to be lucky I don't slap the shit out of you come Saturday. How about that?
You stay behind the microphone like you should, and we'll be all right. I'll stay in the ring. All right, brother?
Understand.
Fair enough. Just don't ever come near me. Otherwise, I will have to slap you.
I will have to go on commentary just to mention that you suck at least once, probably. But
understandable.
Understandable. Jay Brony Wesley. How about that? How about you like that? Jay Brony?
Wow.
Get together, Jay Brony.
Did you just get that one?
Nope.
Like, did you just put that one together?
Nope. I've been working on it for a while.
I heard that one like year one. So
it took you a while to work on that?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? I mean, we got other things going on. I don't need to make up nicknames for this idiot. I got this shit going on, JR.
I'm pretty sure I'm on your head like rent free all the time, but it's okay.
Absolutely not. I literally, the only time I ever think of you is if I'm actually having to remember what the fuck your name is. Like,
or if you're massaging yourself, right?
Wow, dude. That's gross, kid. That's real gross.
I mean,
you were the one talking about massaging yourself
but
and
going.
Could be
true too.
You know, I don't know.
Not
one of these days.
Nothing wrong with it.
One of these days, you two are either gonna fight or become best friends, and I'm here for the ride. So,
I'll beat the living hell out of this kid.
Well, you better get in line because he's not going to be the first in line. You got to deal with an angry Lars Metzger first, and then you got to deal with an angry Rhino. So keep fucking writing checks that your mouth can't cash before you get to
Dude, whatever. If they really listen, if they all want to fight, I'll give them a fight.
I am gonna laugh. Fucking next time we're in the same room as Lars Metzger, he's just like, "What the fuck you, Todd," just fucking goes off. Oh, it'd be hilarious.
I also did say that he was supposed to kill this kid on Saturday.
Yeah, but
he didn't do it. So
you also said you'd whoop his ass. So.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not trying to get a fight here. I'm just saying, like, I'm not afraid of him. Come on, guys. I'm top shelf. You guys got to understand. I'm on this level. You guys can't touch me.
You hear how his voice pitch?
Delusional is his level. Anyways, Jay, thank you for coming on the show, my friend. We can't wait.
Thank you, guys.
On Saturday, and then again in Bridge City Slam, Ottumwa, Iowa. Get those tickets, everybody. Jay, you can hop on out, man. We'll see you Saturday. And tell people real quick though. Tell people how they can follow you, find your merch, find your shows.
Jay Wesley 319 on all socials, Facebook. Jay Wesley, it's at Jay Wesley 319 FB technically if you look up the actual but Jay Wesley on Facebook, at Jay Wesley 319 on all the other socials, and yeah, so you can always hit me up if you want.
Here in your sub headline where it says at Jay Wesley 319, you dummy.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
man?
You didn't see that, did you?
No.
Your sub headline here where it says at Jay Wesley 319. You too dumb.
My God. Your name back.
Oh, ha ha
One
ha.
mistake.
Ha ha ha.
One mistake. And
Uh-huh.
okay, Tom,
He'll-
remember. I'll remember this next Saturday. So, but
Oh,
at
please
Jay
do.
Wesley 319.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay Wesley.
Thank
the
you guys.
Illmatic one. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks,
I
Jay.
appreciate you.
Continued
Love y'all.
success. I'll give you $25 if you kick Tom in the nuts on Saturday.
Oh, I'll do it for free. So
Sweet.
This is gonna end up being a tag
You
match.
hope.
It's gonna be Tom and Bryce and Jay and JR. It's gonna be amazing.
with Ace in our corner. So
Hell yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, I'll be in that corner for sure. Hell yeah. All right, brother. Thank you again.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you Saturday in Waterloo.
Yes, sir. See you guys.
Take care, buddy.
Hi, Kitty. Jesus.
What an absolute
Oh.
stupid jackass. What an
What
absolute
the hell?
dummy.
Be kinder to yourself.
I don't know. It's he sees another redheaded guy and it's like, brr.
Me? No,
Okay,
I can
so-
care less about other gingers.
So high discount. Okay, so
Discount.
really shitty situation went on down in what is it? Knox? What's the
Knock
fuck is
X
the-
Pro Wrestling.
Rikishi's company. So, in case you guys haven't seen it, I don't want to show it because it's fucking gross. I don't want to play the video. But basically, Rampage Jackson's son, what's his name? Raja.
Rajay. Excuse me.
Rajay,
yeah.
whatever. Who gives a shit? In jail soon. That's what it should be called. I don't know. Did you guys watch a lot of this? I know,
I
Tom,
didn't.
you and I, we were golfing and Lane brought it up. But since then till like now, like seen everything, kind of listened to a lot of the things from the people who were there. So what? I mean, it sounds gross. What were you gonna say, JR? You've seen?
I was gonna say I saw just like stills of it. I didn't want to watch it because my impression of everything that happened and everything that I've read is that this guy's just he doesn't understand it and took offense at something that he said he was going to participate in and then lost his shit.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so what I've read from
you get so none of you guys watched any
what
of the
Quentin
videos.
Rampage
No.
Jackson said about this is that his son had gotten a concussion days earlier. Oh, I watched the video. Yeah, I watched the video.
Like all of it
It's,
though. Like you
it's-
watched like not just the video of him.
Very, very stupid. It's dumb actions from a guy who just doesn't understand.
Oh shit! Tom's got the Iowa internet tonight.
I know what the hell's going on.
Tom?
Sorry. Internet's fucking either getting bogged down or sorry, I didn't hear anything.
Hey, Wesley sent him a bug. You got him from the inside, y'all. No, what are you sharing? Iowa fucking broadband with Ethan Everhart tonight? Anyways,
Man. It's your bullshit that's bogging it down, man.
the shit is like wild. If you watch like all of it, because he streamed all of it. This kid streamed this whole fucking thing on his like kick stream or whatever. And yeah, Rampage put that statement out. I don't know. Seems a little sus because at the end he apologized to the streaming platform. At the end of all of it, it's like obviously he's more worried about getting kicked off that platform because that's where they're making their money right now. Apparently, him and this kid have like a constant show, or they're just always streaming live, doing shit on this kick or whatever. So, like, here's the deal. Yeah, he says he had a concussion. Who knows? The bottom line is, this dude is in the locker room at a pro wrestling show. There's a camera following him. This dude, because seeing the camera and all this, thinks, okay, kayfabe, because there's a camera back here. And this is a big reason why, if you've ever wondered, fans, like, oh, it's fake, why can't we see it? You have no fucking business in the locker room unless you were on the show. And this goes to even half of like the fucking staff that's there helping. No business in the locker room unless you have a direct impact on the things being talked about in that locker room. So a lot of times the people who are just there to help set up chairs, run tickets, they have no business in the locker room. Production and talent. That's it. Because they're the ones. So at every show that, like every APW show, Tom and I need to be in the locker room and have a part to be in those meetings and knowing what's going on, because we are the ones that are involved with that. We need to be in the know, right? But that's also a big reason why you have no business in the locker room unless you are a part of that show. And in this case, he had no business in that locker room. The bigger thing here is, who is that locker room leader? I didn't see Rikishi in any of these fucking videos, even though it's his company. So already, Kishi takes the blame on this, because you should not be letting this kind of shit fly at your fucking show. Or if you are, who's the person that's going to be in charge of the locker room that night? Because it's on them to say, hey, man, there's going to be a dude here with a camera. It's been okayed by the owner. Don't freak out. Or don't, it's not for us. It's for him. So that's on those two guys. They're the two that take the majority of this blame. Not the majority, but they take half the blame. Dude who, the Psycho, what's his name? Psycho Stu?
It was
Psycho Stu.
Psycho
Stuart
Stu.
Smith.
So, yeah, veteran, does this way to like get himself back into the world of just not being in the service. All these things, cool. But like, if you watch it and if you are in the know and you are in the business, I'm sure, Tom, you probably, if you saw the whole interaction of the locker room that led to this, first of all, dude didn't hit him with a can that hard. Like, the guy, like, dude went like this. If he got hit hard for real, he would have reacted like that. He didn't. So you already know this guy threw a gimmick punch at Rampage's son with a beer can. And someone that was there already said that majority of the crunch of the can was his thumb pushing it in. He didn't really hit dude with the can. And you can tell because dude didn't react and then just did one of these like, oh, I'm wet. So already it's like, did he fucking gimmick hit you because you had a camera on him? Which is also why he said, you're not going to sell this, which is heard on camera. So those other two guys, though, the one who's like, oh, he's not a worker, bro. And then the cowboy dude who is also seen in another video in the hallway of the venue with Rampage's kid, hyping him about, fuck, give him his receipt. Give him his fucking receipt. If you, I'll come out there and beat that. Okay. And then he made a statement, too, in this whole thing today about how he was just saying stuff in character. No, you weren't. When you're in the hallway of the venue where only talent's going to be and you're hyping, you're gassing this guy up about a receipt, which in the business, a receipt means you're shooting. So who the fuck is that guy? You know what I mean? And then all of this, like, really, like, because they squash it, right? You see them handshake 3 times in this whole fucking video. This all ends up being a whole fucking thing because dude got gassed because he was in his chat on his stream ringside the entire show looking at comments of people calling him a bitch. And if you watch these videos, he's talking to his stream saying, I don't fuck around. I ain't playing around. I'm going to beat his ass. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. This whole time he's sitting front row. So this is all premeditated. So he goes in there to do this and homeboy is like, okay, here's the planned spot. Gets knocked out because he fucking really, really slammed him. And then landed 20 shots on a defenseless man. Like,
yeah. You're talking about AJ Mana was the one who was saying,
yeah, fuck that guy.
Give him his receipt.
He has
100%.
No business in the locker room. That guy has no business in the business.
True. And I'll say this, like what I was reading again today from Rampage saying that he does not hold his son at all accountable for this. First of all, that's bad parenting on all levels. I mean, I don't care if Rajay is an adult as well. You know, you are still parenting. You should still hold them accountable when they're fucking accountable. Listen, the kid doesn't know the business, so he shouldn't have been involved, period. So there's levels of disrespect for the wrestling business from other people involved. Not only this promoter bringing this fucking kid in, but this AJ Mana for fucking saying give him his receipt, for Rajay not knowing the business, for Quentin Rampage Jackson forgetting the fact that he was part of TNA at one point and should fucking have a goddamn clue about this stuff. Him now saying that he doesn't hold his son accountable for this. Your son went off fucking script, dude. And if this was a TV show of any kind, reality or even just a set where he would be acting and he went and did this shit because he felt he got disrespected because, oh, we all live in this social media world. If you live and die by what's happening on your social media or what people are telling you on your social media, you probably aren't a well-adjusted person. So if to say that you don't hold your kid accountable, that's part of the fucking problem. You giving him an out for the fact of him being a shitty person. You don't just throw random punches like this and expect that there shouldn't be something coming your way.
Yeah, there's
Ace,
video.
right. It's premeditated at this point too. Like the kid should have the fucking book thrown at him.
And there's video of Rampage. I don't know from how long ago where he talks about his kids and he's like, yeah, these two I knew were going to go to college, so I saved money for them for that. This one and his brother, I knew they weren't going to go to college, so I saved bail money for them. So if you ever get any shit with them, I'm going to just bail them out. Like you however long ago, made a video where you talked about how you knew this kid was going to do something that you're going to have to bail him out of jail. You watched, and again, I'm not going to show anything here, especially the attack. And but if you watch all the shit, all the videos that are out of this whole thing, and you watch his mannerisms, how he's acting, what he's saying, this kid had no business being there. And while he needs to be responsible for what he did because he nearly killed a man, I mean, they said that he was bleeding from his ears, he was choking on his own blood and teeth. Unconscious. He's awake and talking now, but the dude's gonna have damage. Apparently, he doesn't remember any of it. Like that's not okay. But next to him, Rikishi, who owns that company, needs to fucking step up and say some shit and take responsibility for letting someone like that in their locker room, taking responsibility for not having someone who is in charge to know well enough to say, this is what's happening tonight, so something like that doesn't get miscommunicated and there's a situation, you know, because it's sad because then you see it like Mark Henry made some statements about this, and I love Mark Henry, but the statements he made are fucking pretty stupid. Like, oh, you bit off more than you should. No, there ain't no biting off more than talking about, I saw the video and, you know, they shouldn't be drinking and he hit him with a bottle. Okay, first of all, it wasn't a bottle, it was a can. So what video did you see? I hate to break it to you. Second of all, you know, Rikishi, bro, if that's how you feel, you should probably call him up and be like, why are you letting your boys drink beforehand? Second of all, we don't know if he was drunk because there was a camera on them. They were all being fucking gimmick.
Right.
At least he was. So
let me just ask JR a quick question, right? So I obviously brought up Rampage, right, in some of his comments. You are the only person on this panel that has kids of his own.
Yep.
Obviously, you've raised them right. They are not shithead. I mean, well, this level of shithead. Let me, you know, but they're well-adjusted, or mostly well-adjusted adults at this point. If this was, again, circumstantial, if this was one of your kids, one of your sons, how would you address this shit publicly? How would you, because if somebody's going to put a camera in your face, you're going to have to answer, right? Like that's kind of the idea nowadays.
You know,
how would you answer?
Well, first and foremost, it's hard to answer that question because it's interesting that you ask it. One of the things that I do when I'm not doing anything is I'll watch some of these cop things on YouTube. And I watch these people just get that are just, and I tell my son, man, if that was me, because then you'll see the parents that lose their shit with the whole thing. And I'm like, man, if that was me, you'd be on your own. And he says, yeah, but you got to remember, if the cops wanted to do something with me, I mean, I would usually like, yeah, okay, whatever, what's up? And just, and so it's hard for me to put myself in the position to even imagine that my kid would do something that stupid,
which is good.
And so while I think anyone with kids would jump to the defense of their child just because that's what you do.
Mhm.
But something like this, I mean, it's like, if my kid was drunk and drove and killed somebody, I have a better chance of saying what I would think and say to media and public in that instance, and it would be, I I I am so sorry. I don't know why he made such a stupid decision. I guess I would say that same thing in this case,
Mhm.
but because I don't have the ego of a Rampage Jackson, it's just almost impossible for me to think how he says whatever he says about the situation, because he's clearly he's not showing a lot of empathy.
Well, and
Mm.
apparently on his little streaming thing here, there's a lot of videos of where it's Rampage getting face to face with a lot of people just in everyday life. So,
Weird.
and we also know Rampage has had his trouble with the law in his past as
Mhm.
well. So it is, what's sad about all of this is something that like we all love. We make a show about it. Tom calls play-by-play and commentary. I get to ring announce and be involved, and like we love it. But what's sad is when you see I feel a company that didn't take care of their worker, because the other thing is, how did he get 20 shots off? How
Yeah.
did no one break that up sooner?
Yeah, I mean,
How
there has
did
to be other guys
no
who are just
one?
willing to take him out.
And
Like,
they still let the pin happen to finish, apparently, while dude is bleeding out of his ears.
that's fucked up too. Like, ring the bell. Guys from the back need to be fucking tackling him. I'm sorry. Like, listen, I mean, I know we're not necessarily in the days back in the, where Harley Race would kick the shit out of you if you weren't able to defend yourself in a bar fight. But there has to be at least a couple guys who are willing to go in there, tackle Rajay Jackson off of the dude, and then at least get him out of the ring. Like, if you eat a couple of punches yourself, I'm sorry. Like, I've been a bouncer for a few years, done a few different things. I've had some scrap ups before. Like, you just know you got to get people out of the fucking building. You got to get people off of a situation like that. So, yeah, I might take a few punches. I might get a little bit hurt, but it's better than this guy getting absolutely suckered by somebody who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing right now. Because that kid clearly went in there. Yeah, he had a mentality. He had to give receipts, right? Give receipts. But he clearly was not in the right mindset of
Well,
what he was fucking going in there and actually doing.
and again, if you watch the video that he streams, it's all on it online. He streamed all of this. If you watch the video where he's just sitting in the front row watching the show, he's not even watching the show. He literally is this on his phone, just watching the chat room to his live stream, and just apparently people were just lighting him up, calling him a bitch, and oh fuck, bro, you how did you not fucking stand up to that motherfucker? Like all this shit that he just kept getting hype, and man, I don't fuck. And that's why when it was all said and done, when the video of him outside the venue right after, he's literally talking about like, I'm tired of people fucking making me a bitch. I know bitch, and it's like, you about killed a defenseless man in a ring where you were supposed to gimmick slam him, land maybe one or two gimmick shots, and then you were going to get pulled off. You fucking almost killed somebody, bro. What you did is going to give this man permanent damage going forward in his life. And at the end, his when they said, yo, he was like flatline in the ring. Don't know if that's true, but I mean, they may have had to do some work. But at the end, he literally looks at the camera and he's like, my bad. That's it, huh? That's your bad. Okay. And then I've seen multiple
What a
reports on
cop-out.
Rampage. The one where he talks about no wrestlers better come after his kid. Then there's the one where, I don't condone what he did, and I'm hoping that this guy's okay. But at the end of that one, that's where he also apologizes to the Kick streaming platform, which again, okay, so you care more about not being able to stream and make money than really this dude's health, because you ended that whole apology with, sorry, Kick. And then now the whole, I'm getting death threats from racists because of this. And while that's probably true because there's a lot of shitty people in this world and that would do that, the bottom line is your kid's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Your kid's a piece of shit. And very much hope something comes of this.
Well, I mean, there has to be some kind of
there's an investigation going.
Yeah.
But
I mean, especially considering, again, there is so much evidence just from their live stream. I mean,
it's all on there. It's so crazy that he streamed all of it. He incriminated himself in this. And now that footage is what makes whoever the dude that got in his face after the whole initial can slap, that was like, hey, oh no, when he was like, man, I'll play that shit. And he was like, no, you beat him in a second. Yeah, I know. Whoever that guy is, and then fucking cowboy dude, like, to me, those two have no business being in a locker room. Because if those are your locker room leaders and they let that get to that point where you have a talent who sees it, because again, guys, there are still things in pro wrestling that are sacred, and the locker room is one of them.
Yeah.
If a fan or someone you didn't know comes walking back there and they have a fucking camera videotaping that, like Jay said earlier, he doesn't like when talent posts pictures of them and big names from a locker room if they're in the background. And there is something to that because we still want to sell the facade of what we're doing on these shows. And really what seems like could have been just very much better communicated ended like this. So I don't know, man. WWE, that's a WWID program affiliate school and promotion. Since then, they have removed all mention of WWE off that shit, and WWE's removed all mention of them. I still find it interesting that it's radio silence, at least from what I know of, from Rikishi. Step up and say something, man. This shit happened under your clock.
Yeah. I mean, again, old school promoters would tell you straight up that this guy will no longer work here. We are working with law enforcement to make sure he is, like, any evidence we need to corroborate or help out with the investigation, we'll, cooperate as much as we can. I mean, you don't want to go down that path per se, but again, the kid did it. It's all out there. There's evidence all over the fucking place that this was premeditated at this point, especially with how he was acting. She brought up, you can't be goaded into, it happens all the time, right?
And
people get goaded into being in a fight because somebody called them a name. It's like, I hate Roadhouse. I don't think it's a good representation of bar culture, but well, what if they call my mom a cocksucker? Well, is she? What do you you can't be goaded in that easily,
Is she good at it? That's the question.
Yeah.
Well,
you can't be goaded in that easily.
And that's what's sad about this world is this kid, this generation, they care more about random people who have fake fucking names on this about what they're saying about their character than the people who truly know them. And that's sad. You're going to end up down a fucking dirty road because of that. So, dude, I don't know. The guy the wrestler who was like the main one to get in there and try to break this up, he's already been on some podcast. And he's like, I promise you, if no one would have stopped it, he would kill him. He would have killed him. He wasn't going to stop. Because he also tried to take him down and one other talent. When they were trying to stop him initially, he was fighting back. He tried to fucking double grab, drop the fucking dude. And dude's like, nah, there's no way he couldn't get it. I wouldn't let him do it. But he's like, but you're trying to do that to get back to him when you knew the plan was we break you up and you just leave. This is beyond all that now. You were out for fucking blood because your ego was hurt because some people online were talking shit. And I don't know, maybe he thinks because his dad's Rampage Jackson, he's going to get away with it. But he's never going to be an MMA fighter. No one's going to, I heard he can't fight now. He's going to be banned. No wrestling's ever going to welcome this guy. Nope. And he now gets to sleep with the fact of dude, you just probably changed someone's life, not for the better.
Exactly. I don't know,
so,
man. As much
Raj.
shit as I talk.
yeah.
I mean, as much shit as I talk, I'm not trying to actually make anybody's life fucking miserable.
Guys, we have fun.
I know I make your guys' lives miserable every Tuesday, but I don't try to initially, okay?
No, here's the deal. like because we don't always, we're very much a shoot and little gimmicky kayfabe stuff, but like the bottom line is we all get this as entertainment and we have fun, and we play our roles, and we goof on the people we like to goof on, and we like at the end of the day, these are all people we very much care about and that we work with, and that we all have a common goal, and that's when you come pay a ticket Saturday night in Waterloo or in 2 weeks at Bridge City, that you're going to leave entertained and that we all had a little something to do about it. That's the whether it means you're watching Tom and JR for 20 minutes talk, shit about each other on a fucking stage and someone ends getting kicked in the balls, or we're talking fucking just with some great talent that we are lucky that we could share locker rooms with. But at the end of the day, it's all entertainment, and bringing someone that unstable into it is dangerous for anybody. And now you're seeing that, and man, it really makes you wonder what's going to happen to that company, because that's a Hall of Famer who runs that company.
Yeah,
and this happened on his watch. Like,
it's a bad look.
Could you imagine?
It's an all-time bad look.
I mean, could you imagine if he fucking killed this guy?
Nope. And again, it's not something I want to imagine, but it is a reality that could have happened.
Not that it could. It literally almost happened. It's because you love him.
Suck it, Dan.
We're lucky we get to be in this world, and it's shit people like that who ruin it for us. You know what I mean? And that's not cool. So, hey, nothing but well wishes. I think there's a GoFundMe. Go find it if you want to help out. But Psycho Stu, nothing but fucking, hey, man. I mean, him and his family, because they all are going to have to go through this together now. That's a road to recovery he's going to be on. So speedy recovery, best wishes to him and his family. And man, you think about someone who's probably dealing with things from the military, comes here and finds a way to have a release and escape, and then this happens. It's like, what the fuck?
It's real bad stuff. I don't know. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of things that people can say that would be more upsetting than seeing that. But I think, again, Rampage saying that he does not hold his son at all responsible. Again, I think it's a poor attitude. It's gross. Yeah, that's a great way of saying it. So
fucking gross. Like Nerd D said, just be you, unless you're gross, and be someone else. Shout out to the homie. JR, you loaded something. You want to show it, or what's the deal?
Yeah. What do you think of this?
Ooh, that's going to look nice. It's going to look nice.
Think that'll work?
Wow.
I almost wish I was ring crew just to get the jumpsuit.
Dude.
We can still put you in jumpsuit.
Those things are going to be sick. And if I didn't get my suit all nice and tailored for that show, I'd maybe wear the jumpsuit in there as a ring announcer. Why not? Fuck it. But guys, I cannot push it more. Bridge City Slam, please come. Legends Fan Fest Pro Wrestling Show. You're going to catch Shotgun Wrestling, Card Subject to Change, and the 2 Count all getting together. We had a blast doing it this last weekend. We're going to do it again. This time we're going to do it live. It's going to be live online, but we're gonna do it live on stage for the fans there at Fan Fest. So come hang out. You never know what we might plan, what surprises might happen. Again, got that fatal 4-way match for the tag team championships. We got Jared Thumb putting that that CEW title up against Frankie Kazarian and Rory Fox. What else we got going on that night? We got Hardenbauer taking on JDX. That's actually a social experiment sponsored match right there. 2 SocialX guys at Bridge City. We got the Legends of Iowa Pro Wrestling match. Brian Ash, Latin Thunder, who I ain't seen in forever. Austin Bayless and Gage Octane taking on Chance Cardova, Vin Cross, Devin Carter, and AJ Smooth. What else do we got here? Rich Maxwell, who we saw at Convergence, taking on Gary Roosevelt Graham. And then another big tag match, guys. The Hale Twins taking on Kelsey Magnolia and Masha Slamovich. I'm sure there's going to be some more, too, that's going to come out in the next week or two. dude, this is gonna be fun. Bridge City's gonna be a blast. Again, come see Tom and I, say hello, shake our hands. We'll take a picture with you.
Well, maybe.
No, we won't.
Oh,
maybe.
shut up, Tom.
Maybe I'll take a
Tom.
picture.
Tom will take a picture with you. This Saturday night, Waterloo, Iowa, Cedar Valley Sportsplex. Does this show have it? Is this like the first Waterloo APW show we have that doesn't have like a name? I don't see anything on this post.
It's supposed to be like a back to school thing.
Oh yeah. Hey, if you are in the area, Waterloo, Iowa, come to this show. I believe we are giving out free school supplies to the kiddos. So come get yourself some free folders and pencils. Don't throw shit at the ring. Do not throw the shit at the ring.
Please don't.
Yeah. Anyways,
All
come
right.
see us this Saturday. Next Saturday, man, boys, we got a great fall coming our way.
Yeah. Thomas,
Busy AF.
when we go off the air, Tom, I'd love it if you would tell me what size.
Ew, why do you want to know how big he is?
No, that's not it.
Huge. It's huge.
No problem. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll talk afterward.
Like a tuna can? Yeah, think about it.
I'm thinking.
Maybe short, but it's wide as fuck.
Oh.
Anyway, what a night.
All right.
This last
Fantastic.
weekend was amazing. Thanks, everybody, for supporting Convergence and the Hadley family, and thanks for supporting us.
100%.
Yeah. We love it. We'll have more greats. Think of all the guests we're going to have next week, too, ahead of Bridge City Slam.
Dude, next week we got Mason Grayskull, Donnie Pepper Cricket coming on the show. They are the CEW Tag Champions, and we've also got the MILFs coming.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. Also, I think we kind of...
Fucking yeah.
Was that other one a surprise, JR, or are we going to announce that?
I don't know that it was a surprise necessarily.
All right. Well, then we also have Austin Bayless coming on the show next week as well. Big Hat himself.
Damn.
Big Hat. Not only Big Hat, the man that runs the whole shebang.
CEW itself right there, man.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you what, that motherfucker was moving in that ring.
Yeah.
Still got it. You still got it.
Don't fuck with Bayless. Y'all gonna find out. Bridge City, September 6th. Yeah, dude, next week's gonna be fun. Come hang out with us.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Go watch these guys at Waterloo, and we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.